I think what it comes down to is the Yankees were interested. Of course, they have a need for starting pitching, but when it came down to it, the Yankees just did not feel comfortable parting with their top upper-level prospects. What I was told is that the Tigers scouted the Yankee system, and they found the upper levels to either be untouchable, guys like Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez, or just unimpressive. And so there wasn't a whole lot at the higher levels that appealed to the Tigers. Plus, with Flaherty, there was the back issue, which I think played into it, and that goes into why Cashman said they had difficulty agreeing on value. This is a guy who did miss a start, needed a couple injections. He looked great when he came back, but that's in the back of your mind, too, when you're trying to make a deal. I do wonder if the Yankees are going to regret this on some level here. It happened on a day when Garrett Cole had to miss a start because of general body fatigue. And this is your workhorse. This is your ace, Cy Young Award winner. And he's not taking the ball for a game in Philadelphia. That's a red flag to me. And also, you know, Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, Nestor Cortez, these have all been part of that summer slide that we talked about before the break. And Luis Hill is up against an innings limit. So there's a lot of reasons why the Yankees should have added a starter. They weren't able to do it. Let's see how it plays out.
I'm not as sold on Jack Flaherty as everybody else seems to be. Remember last year with the Orioles, what happened? He didn't even make the playoff roster. So who knows how that would have gone. And you know what? The Dodgers pulled a Yankee move. They gave up more to get the pitcher that they wanted to put in their rotation. Brian Cashman was not willing to do that when it came to Jack Flaherty. Now, it could have been health reasons. It could have been thinking about last year's playoff disaster that he was, not making that rotation. But bottom line, Cashman thought it wasn't worth it. And based on Cashman's track record, you got to respect him not necessarily going for it. He probably knows something that the four of us don't.
Look, if there was a potential all-in move for the Yankees, I'd be killing them to the high heavens if they didn't make it. I'm sorry, though. I don't look at Jack Flaherty and say, wow, you missed out on Curt Schilling in his prime, okay? Let's not put Jack Flaherty, who's pitched well this year, but to Hein's point, last year did not look the part. The last couple of years did not look the part. I don't look at him and say, wow, that is a monumental whiff for the Yankees. I don't. I think he's a good pitcher. In theory, yes, he'd help. He'd give you more depth. The idea that they missed out on, to me, a bona fide difference maker. He could shut me up and pitch great for the Dodgers, but I have my doubts.
But now they have to deal with the uncertainty of Garrett Cole, the uncertainty of Carlos Rodon, and the uncertainty of Luis Hill with the amount of innings that he's pitched. Those are three major questions.
Schmidt back, though. Schmidt back.
All right, is he going to pitch game 1 or game 2 in the postseason?
Well, I hope not, but he's going to help. But I got news for you, Sal. I wouldn't want Flaherty pitching game 1 or 2 either.
That is true. I mean, they also could have went after Blake Snell, taking on some of the money, giving up a top prospect. They didn't want to do that. They came close with Flaherty. Obviously, it did not happen.